Hey guys, it's Tony with Historic Barbecue. Tonight, we're cooking some brisket chili. This is one of my fan favorites. I've had several people ask for this recipe. I've won a couple awards with it, so we're cooking it tonight. A little bit cooler outside, so it's sort of fitting. We opened the dishwasher. It's really loud. I should have done it earlier. Sorry guys. It's going to beep all the time.
And there's the cat that's not happy about that.
So this recipe is really easy. So I've got a whole onion here, a big one. All I've done is kind of soften that. Not really trying to caramelize that completely. Just get it kind of soft. This is pretty much the most cooking you have to do for this. The rest of it's basically just opening cans and pouring it into a crock pot, or I did the batch this morning in a big cast iron pot and just left it on the stove all day. There's our onions. I'm actually going to wipe this pan out. We're also going to make a beet salad, a smoked beet salad tonight. So I'm going to just wipe my pan out and get something going for that. Just going to add some macadamia nuts. We're just going to toast those on the stove while we're getting everything else ready. I'm just going to turn this on about medium and just let that toast up a little bit.
Oh, there's the beeping.
So then we've got the important part of the brisket chili, the brisket. This is leftover from last week's brisket that we cooked, and I just cut it up in about 1-inch cubes and vacuum sealed it. It's been in the freezer. I just took it out last night. So normally, if I know I'm going to make brisket chili, I go ahead and cube this up before I vacuum seal it. That way, I don't have to worry about waiting until it's completely thawed to cut it all up. So, mostly in cubes there. Some of it's in bigger chunks, but that's okay. It's going to break down when we cook it. That's about 1.5 pounds. If you want it more meaty, you can go up to 2 pounds. This crock pot's going to be pretty full, but you can probably fit just a little bit more in there. So we've got our onions. We've got our brisket in there. Normally I would have put some garlic in with those onions when I softened them up, but
This thing is hard to
gotta hit
use.
the button.
Sorry guys, camera woman's
We're trying some new things.
technical difficulties.
So these are fire roasted diced tomatoes, and the specific ones they had at the store already had garlic in it, so that's what I went with. That's why I didn't add the garlic in there, but I think the fire roasted is the key to making this chili so good. So I got 2 cans of those. I've got about a 1/2 can of green chilies. That's just because I only had 1 can and I'm making 2 batches. If you want it spicier, you can put a whole can in there. You can also use the roasted tomatoes that already have the green chilies in there if you want. Got 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans. Got 1 can of chili beans. They make them mild, medium, hot.
Sorry guys.
I went with medium this time. Choose your own adventure there as far as the spice level goes. These are not drained. We want all those chili sauces in there. We're gonna do just a small can of tomato paste. Get all that out of there.
Of course, we have new people that I've told to watch, and the camera work is subpar tonight.
It's not subpar. It's not, you're as critical about the camera work as I am about my cooking.
Oh boy.
Okay, so now we're
But I'm flattered being called Vanna. Thanks, Tracy.
I've got just fire roasted whole red tomatoes. So I just buy these in the can. If you've got some, you can do these on the grill if you want. If you're cooking something else, you can roast these up. But it's just 1 jar of those, which is normally 2. Kind of shorted me on this one. There's only 1 in here. But again, I think the fire roasted part of this is really a key part of how the final flavor works out. So I'm just dicing this up. Put that all in here. Shake our nuts back here.
Shake your nuts.
You're going to do about 6 ounces your favorite beer. I normally use a lager, like a Dos Equis. You could do a Guinness in here. I've never tried it with an IPA.
It's not an IPA.
I've never tried it.
Oh, I bet it would be really good.
I'm not an IPA.
You're not an IPA guy.
So now, if I had a spoon, I would stir that up. Let's try some. So that's all there is to it. So we're going to put this, if you're doing a crock pot, the longer you cook it, the better. So, you know, you can put it on low for 6 or 8 hours. If you're in a hurry, you can do it, you know, on high for probably 4 hours. I normally make it in the morning and it's ready by dinner, or you can cook it overnight. This also freezes really well, so you can make a big batch. The way I do that is I put them in individual containers and freeze it so it's to shape. And then...
This is all kinds of messed up.
Hold the trigger and point it up.
It's very slow. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. So we're just going to put this on for, like I said, high on 4 hours or low 6 to 8 hours. It's not going to hurt it to cook longer.
I don't know what to do. Sorry.
You're fine, guy. Just take it off. Just hold it. There you go. So that's all there is to it. I forgot the main ingredient, historic black. I'm putting about a good amount, probably 3 tablespoons. I'll bring it back over so you can see it.
Yeah. Oh, this is the worst it's been. Sorry, guys. I know the camera's struggling. It's usually excellent. Those who've been here can vouch.
Yeah, we're trying some new things. We're hopefully...
Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna...
Just take it off.
This is so terrible. All right, we're back. Gonna show my stuff now.
Okay. We're done with the gimbal and we're done with our chili. So... here's our final product here. So in this batch I actually added a can of sweet corn. I added that about 45 minutes ago, just so it gets heated up. And then at this point you can kind of taste it, and if you need to adjust anything you can. If it's too watery, you can add some more tomato paste. If it's too thick, add some more beer or some water. But it should be good to go. You can add some more historic black if it needs more seasoning. But this one, we tasted it right before we started filming, and it was pretty good. So that's ready to go. So now we're going to make our salad. As barbecue people, despite my barbecue figure, I do eat salad on occasion. So we're going to make a balsamic shallot dressing here, balsamic vinaigrette. So this is just this is a pretty big shallot, so I'm probably only going to use half of it. For the beets that we're going to use here, I parboiled those, cut them in half, boiled them for about 25 minutes until they were soft.
The camera woman is quite sober.
That might be the problem.
It might be the problem.
So I'm just going to dice this up pretty thin here. But those beets, I cooked them in boiling water for about 25 or 30 minutes until they were tender with a fork. And then I peeled them at that point. They're a lot easier to peel after they're cooked. Just ran them under some cold water and the skin came right off. And then I threw them on the smoker at 180. That's the lowest the trigger will go. Just get some smoke flavor on there for about 30 minutes. So we've got our shallots. We're no measuring here tonight. About a quarter of a cup of balsamic vinegar. We're gonna do about an equal amount, maybe a little bit more, of olive oil. Some garlic powder, just maybe half teaspoon. Some Dijon mustard. About a tablespoon. And some salt. And some pepper.
No black in here?
You could put black instead of pepper, but we're keeping it simple. twist that all together and got a pretty simple shallot balsamic vinaigrette. Here's what our beets look like. These are off the grill. So we'll just probably cut them into thirds or wedges for the salad. Small ones in half. That's pretty much it. So that chili has done well in some barbecue competitions. That's why I got my Jim Beam shirt on tonight. That chili's won 2 or 3 times at the Jim Beam barbecue competition on Friday night. They normally have a chili competition. It scored pretty well there a few times. It's done pretty well at a few work chili competitions. Our camera woman has entered it a few years in a row, and we won this past year. We got second place, I think, last year to a white chicken chili, which I like white chicken chili, but I don't know if white chicken chili should win a chili competition. But to each their own. But that's pretty much it for tonight. We're just gonna toss our greens with our dressing.
They're fresh beets, Tracy.
Yes, these are not from a can. These are fresh beets.
So what's the prep on those? Do you just cut the stalk off and that's it?
Yeah, of course. They stay in your hands, so that's something I should have thought about.
Oh, that's fun.
I just touched my hands. But
the Bunces are insisting that the students from Lebanon would want peanut butter sandwiches, which is such a crazy
peanut butter
phenomenon.
is kind of hard to come by these days. That was one of the items at the store that was scarce when we were there the other day.
Teresa, who's really Don Bunce, everyone. It's a fake. It's a fake out. So there's a tradition in Lebanon that when chili was served in the cafeteria, there would also be just peanut butter on bread.
Yeah, peanut butter sandwiches.
But not peanut butter and jelly.
No, just peanut butter sandwich.
No, that's as crazy as the camera work earlier.
And then got a little toasted action on our nuts here.
Whoa.
And we're good to go. So we got our chili, we got our salad. I think we're probably gonna open up a beer here and talk about the camera woman, what she can do better tomorrow. And
Probably.
I'm just joking. She's doing great. I throw curveballs at her every day. I made her use a microphone yesterday and turn the camera sideways. We turned the camera sideways and added the gimbal today. So I'll have to think of something fun for her to do tomorrow. But that's it. Unless anyone's got any questions about the brisket chili, like I said, your hardest part is just softening up some onions and opening some cans. So hope you guys enjoy it. Tomorrow we're doing competition steaks. We're going to start planning the menu for next week. I got some things in the works for next week. We'll talk about those over the weekend. But that's just questions, guys. Stay historic and stay at home.